Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can use the Google Maps to land clients. I'm talking about freelance clients here who will pay you nothing less than $200 to $250 or between $200 and $250 and above that, right? So let's get started. So the first thing you want to do, as you can see right here, I'm just on my home screen, you type Google Maps on your Chrome. I feel like using Chrome is better because basically it's a Google product, right? So I don't recommend any other browser except from Chrome. Now, when you get to this, depending on where you are, like as you can see, I'm in Nigeria, I guess, so it's showing me Google Maps.ng. But then if you scroll down, you can get to see maps.google.com, which is actually the main Google Maps. Now, when you click on it, it still will take you to maps. It will still take you to your current location, which is showing me something around where I am actually now in Calabar. Then the next thing you want to do is basically, if you want to search for stuff like this within Calabar, it's fine. But basically, like I said, you're looking for freelance clients, right? So you're looking for the untapped market. And the reason I'm doing this video is because a lot of you are focused so much on Upwork. And basically, Upwork is a place where there are a lot of freelancers like you who are looking for gigs too. So sometimes even if you might be good, you're not just fast enough, or you might just be disqualified solely on the basis that, okay, you are good, this person is good. You applied first, this person applied probably after you, but you might disqualify solely on the purpose that, okay, you are in Nigeria or stuff like that, and you're like, his time zone doesn't work for us. Even though that's inconsequential, you can't really get to convey that value easily on Upwork compared to when you are reaching out to clients by yourselves on LinkedIn, via cold email, and the rest of that. All of those other nonsense that disqualifies you on Upwork doesn't really apply to you here. Now, I'm not saying Upwork is not a good platform. It's a great platform, actually. Like, there are lots of jobs there. But while you are on Upwork, you can still find clients outside Upwork and maybe even direct them to Upwork and stuff like that, right? It's a really cool process. So basically, now that I'm on Google Maps, I can decide that I want to search for let's try to say hotels, right? That's basic. This is basic part of it, right? And now it's going to just show me hotels around in Calabar. That's basically what it's going to show me if I search for hotels. Okay, but no, for the purpose of this video, we're looking for people who pay us dollars. And no, these guys, most people here won't pay you that much. I know we're in this. So if you want to do local search, if you're in Nigeria and look at it, you can basically just type Lekki. Oh. Right, so once you've typed Lekki, you just have to cancel that. It's not going to revert back to what you've typed. And then you type in hotels. And then you get to see a lot of hotels in Lekki. So let's see. Now we know that these guys actually have the chances of paying you better. So that's good. But then again, for a couple of these videos, and if you've been following me for quite a while, I never advise that for you to target Nigerian businesses, right? The stress is just too much compared to what they'll pay you. So let's do something. Let's now go somewhere different, right? We can type in what country should we use? Let's use UK, but let's type London. I think I've typed that in before. Yeah, London. So as you can see, now the map here is showing me basically all of London, okay? Now, if I want to search, now you want to think of what kind of businesses would need my help, okay? There are a list of them. You can have HVAC engineers, you can have chiropractors, you can have plumbers, you can have mechanics. There are so many, right? An easy way you can do this is just to put skills or stuff is just basically to Google handyman's jobs or stuff like that. You can have electrical engineers, you can have people who are electricians, right? These are the people you want to target, okay? You can have that. You can have someone who is doing knitting, you can target bakeries. Like, as I'm mentioning all of this, make sure you're writing them down, right? Or you can also come up with your own niche ideas, right? So these are the stuffs you want to type out to make sure that when you are reaching out to these people, sure, other people reaching out to them, but if you stand out, they're not going to be juggling you. It's not going to be like when you're on a freelance platform where if they're considering you, they're considering another person, right? You don't want stuff like that. You want less competition. Less competition allows you to charge more and show your value more, okay? So now, as we're in London, we can type, let's try HVAC engineers, HVAC contractors, stuff like that, right? Let's see. Let's see what pops up, right? So you can see refrigerators and air conditioning. These are the guys you want. And you can see most of them have their websites here. So many ways you can leverage on this, okay? Now this is page 1 of 20. Usually people on the first page are actually quite good and they already have like a listing, but you can also start from here and you can open their website, okay? And you can see protocol.uk right there, COVID-19, COVID precautions in place, air conditioning. If you're a copywriter, if you're a graphic designer, if you're a web designer, you just have to go through this. Because basically, if you don't have the money, even if you have the money, come on, bring out 2 hours a day, you will get a lot of this. But if you don't have money, then you have time. And you can't tell me you don't have money and you don't have time, then you're not going to, then I don't even know what to say to you, to be honest. So you have to have either one of them or both of them, and you leverage it, right? So basically, so you go, there are a list, there are a lot of people, there are a lot of websites here you can mention, right? You just keep going down. Once you get to the bottom, you can go to the next page and it shows you 21 to 40, right? Right? You can see that. You can see there are a lot of people, Plum for Heat, Plumbing, Heat Archive, DBS, air conditioning service, right? You can see it. You can see a lot of them here. Now, once you get to, you can start clicking these websites from top, right? So that's also a good method. Okay, but I'm going to show you guys a better method if you stick with me. So continue on this video. So you can look at these websites. It's basically just family owned, you are smart trusted, verification, everything. The website is kind of okay. Probably they don't need much. Now, there's so many things you can offer these guys, right? It depends on what you do. If you are into lead generation, you can say you can help them generate more leads and more Facebook leads from them. So what you can do is you can find their email. Most times, if you get on the website like this, you don't really find out a good email. You don't really find a good email. You're basically finding out contact us, right? Whereas you can see on their website, they show their social media platforms, and that's a very good way, especially on LinkedIn, because basically you can go on LinkedIn, and when you get to LinkedIn, you can search the people who work in the company, right? And then you can have a personalized access to them with your offer of what you want. Okay, so you can let's just get into LinkedIn. Let's get to them on LinkedIn. Okay, I can see protocol, this thing. I don't know. LinkedIn on laptop doesn't really show me people, so you might want to use your phone for this. Then no, I have not really actually had time to go through this, but basically, okay, you can see this person, account assistant at protocol, LinkedIn member, account manager at protocol, Jack Dickety at protocol, Stephen Cream at protocol, right? So you want to find someone who is like the head of protocol, or someone who has a high rank. This is a family-owned company, they're not going to be that big, okay? And that's fine. So basically, if you even want to, if you want to like reach out to them, you can probably go something like steven@protocol.com if they have a official email that they're using. Or basically, you can just send, he's a 3rd-degree connection, right? So you can basically send him a message and be like, hi, listen, these guys are not overly internet savvy, so it's a cool way to reach out to them and help them offer your services, right? So if it's lead generation you're doing, or maybe you're a copywriter and you want to write stuff for them, or maybe you are a content writer and you want to write content for them, you want to write them about 10 content, which will help them rank higher on Google. You want to find a void they're not filling and help them fill it, right? So you can basically come here, protocol, I can't remember we opened their phone, but they were not at the top. So something like Carol.uk have a contract for that. Let's go to the website, okay? Let's go to this guy's website. And it's loading. Probably there are 2 reasons why this might not be loading. Either the website is not, yeah. So one thing you guys need to know is that sometimes you can open for some kind of foreign websites if your IP is from Nigeria, it's not around the countries. It's just, that's just what it is. So sometimes some websites don't open, it's not because of anything except from that. Well, I don't feel like turning on the VPN now, so let's look for something else. The underfloor hitting company in London. Let's check their websites. Okay. This guy is opening up, right? Beautiful. COVID-19, getting back to work, areas disinfected after work completed, engineers PPE 1 at all times, practicing social distances. I acknowledge, right? So let's go. Family company, 40 years experience, and these are really good. Look at this, because these guys are making shit ton of money, and you can charge them well if you are good at what you do. Okay, you can only rely on our vast. And this is their website is a mess. Like this is so difficult to go through. So you can tell them you can help break their websites into smaller bits in a way that would get people more inclined to, or make it more beautiful. Like you can help them reconstruct their content. Now there are a lot of barriers you face when you offer something like that to content writer. You have to think people will also be like, but we're already doing well. So how do I do that? Now, one thing that's where you come in with having the benefit of you reconstructing the content, because obviously your content is not really that good. It's not bad, right? So you can be renting of apartments, and these are good, right? Or you can tell them that when I do this and do some listings and the rest of that, you guys are not ranking at the top of on the floor company listing at the top of the Google map ranking, but you guys will move over to the first page, because as you can see, this in this episode, this is not the first page, right? This is 21 to 40. So you can say that you will move them over. You doing that, then move them over to the first page, right? Now let's see if these guys have any social media. And inquiries at ufhc.co. And these guys don't even have so much social media presence. And there's so many things you can offer to them. You can offer to create them a social media presence, which will get more people, which is targeted at people in their area, right? So you can basically open a Facebook page for them, open an Instagram page. These are stuff that get people actually wanting to work with them, because you are meeting them as like kind of like a personal space. Very much businesses relate to them, but still local businesses don't relate to them that much. So this is something you can do. So you can be like, let's say they are located in where? Markfield Road, South Tottenham. So you can be like, you help them open a distance targeted at people in Tottenham, right? You can help them open a what do you call it? You can help them open a social media account in that area, or YouTube channel and stuff like that, right? These are stuff you can offer them. You know what your service is, but you want to offer them something of value. As a web designer, you can say you can make their website more fluid. Okay, but the website looks good enough to me, just the content and how everything is platform around. The design doesn't really look that cool and doesn't look so user intuitive, or the UI UX system is not really that appealing. So you can do something about that. Okay, that you can actually, that's also another angle you can gauge to them. From me as a copywriter, I'll be looking at it from an angle of helping them write copy. So there are literally tons of these websites, and there's so many ways you can do it. Okay, so stick with me. Let's continue. Now, once you can do this, it's basically, so if you're a graphic designer, you can maybe find a way that you can offer them something. So maybe you can help them create graphics for their email list. If you're an email marketer or a copywriter, you can offer them so many things. You can offer them how to help them create an email list to keep people at the top of their listing, and help them create blog posts that can help them. If you're a content writer, you can help them create blog posts. If there are so many ways you can, if you're a web designer, you can help them reconstruct their website and stuff like that, right? Now, these are the guys at now. Once I want you guys to know, like I promise you guys that I'll show you guys a better way to do this, right? So this is basically you start from the top. Now, alternatively, you can find the last set of people, okay? The guys who are not so at the top. And you can see no reviews. They're not really that popular, okay? These are you want to go down, you want to scroll down to the probably at the end of the list, or somewhere towards the end of the list. Now, at London, there are tons and tons of this. So let's just go further down so we can see a lot of good listings showing up, okay? So you can see JD pumping and reviews. Now, these are the kind of business, when you start going down, you start seeing more of these guys at this point, right? You can see they don't have, some of them don't have a website, and you see Building Plus Harvard services and stuff like this. CSI Technical. You can see these guys have no reviews, and probably there are other things they don't have too. Now, these are the guys where you have a lot more to offer to them. Come on, look at this website. This website is old school, so fucking old school. So there's so many things you can do about this that you can help them. Because what is this? This is so confusing. This is just basically a contact me form. That's basically what it is. So you can as a website guy, you can say you can help them do this in a way that will help them get more people. When someone gets on their website, they are actually understand what they're looking at and be able to choose you as the best, because obviously someone is looking for them online, you're looking at other people too. Then you can help them as an SEO writer to rank higher on Google. You can help these guys push their ranking on Google Maps up. Okay? These are the things, these are services you can offer to people in this. Now, bear in mind again that this is not limited to only Harvard engineers and people who are working in cooling systems. Like I mentioned earlier, you can decide to target yoga instructors, yoga companies, chiropractors, people that do massage, electricians, so many. And not only in London, but you can go for America, you can go for Canada, You can go for, like, the list is unlimited. There is an unlimited there's an unlimited listing for you to go out there and target them, right? And you want to tell me if you find something and you target about 500 people in that space, or maybe you take 250 from there, take 250 from there and send them emails and stuff like that, and you wouldn't get this thing, you won't close 1 or 2 clients. Come on, it's practically impossible, to be honest. Me just being fair with you guys, it's practically impossible if you know what you're doing. Okay, so this is what basically what I'm showing you how to do. Now, back there are also other way you can actually use your directory. You can go on directly and find that, as much as these guys are bad, there are people who have not been listed. If people who have not, don't have their business on Google Map, and you can charge them $250 to create a listing on Google Map. So these are the services I'm telling you guys can offer. And basically, depending on what you're doing for their website, you can charge them $1,000. You can charge them more than that, right? These are the kind of things you want to do. This guy's website is actually quite nice compared to the previous one, but it's still lacking in a lot of things. Can you see that? Engineers and plumbers in Berkshire. Okay, so that's basically what these are the people you can help. There's so many ways you can help them as a web designer. You can help them as a copywriter. You know what you can offer to this particular business, right? This is just basic crude ugly copy, and you don't just want to contact them just like that. Like I said, you want to find a way to, if they have social media accounts, better you can easily contact them. Email, if you look at their list, they can say service at hittinglisten.com. That's a good one. Hitting-engineers-london.com. That's a good way you can contact them. But usually when you see stuff like this and you don't know how to get hold of this thing, you can go on the website, right? Find the about us. Do they have an about us? About us, yeah, let's see this. Let's see what if they mention like the owner or stuff like that, right? Oh, they don't mention the owner here, but basically some of these websites mention the owner, right? It can be like Jake. So basically, if they mention the owner, let's say the name is Jake Paul or something, right? You can say Jake Paul at hittingengineers-london.com, and you get the email just like that. Okay, these are ways you can get the email. You can send a cold email. You can also reach out to them. These guys have Instagram. These guys have this thing. You can reach out to them. Okay. You can reach out to them on this. You can, like, if you're my student, I'll make a separate video for this and add it to the course. I'll give you guys scripts that you guys can use to reach out to people like this. Okay, you can use this. Okay, there are so many ways you can leverage on this. Like, there are clients all around the world, guys. Don't be dulling on all these kind of things. You want to make sure you're taking advantage of this. Okay, so I've shown you guys basically I used Harvard Engineer as an example for this, and I've shown you guys how you can reach out to clients like this. And actually, for whatever you do, except a graphic designer, which you might, if you don't really have any distance to offer them, there are so many ways you can offer them. Like as a graphic designer now, you can basically go to their Instagram page. Let's see what they have on Instagram. You didn't open. So basically, they don't have a link to Instagram there. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a blank link. Let's see if they have anything on Facebook either. Nothing on Facebook. Twitter. Oh, they actually have a Twitter. So we let this load. If they have a Twitter, most likely it won't be active since they don't have the other platforms. But basically, what I'm trying to tell you guys here is simple. I don't think there's anything here because it's showing me blank. So we're just gonna ignore that. Okay. Now, basically, you can go if you're on Instagram, you can take us. You can link to their social media. One thing you graphic designers can do is link to their social media handles and probably see how their posts are looking. So you can say you can help them design their posts or help them and the rest of that. As a social media manager or someone who does posting and listing on social media, you can offer these guys services. That's one that very good service that you will get them to, that will get them to convert fast. You manage their social media this thing. You can give them ideas on what you want them to post, content they can create for you. Basically, when they go to fix a Harvard AC or this thing, you can tell them, all right, you can snap the before and you can snap the after photos and send them to me. I'll post to social media and I'll help you amplify it and stuff like that. And you can charge this guy more than $250 per month for this. You can charge them up to $1,000. It depends on the kind of revenue you can invest and so many other factors and the value you're bringing to them and how much you'll be helping them make and stuff like that. These are what determines the kind of price you get to price clients. Okay, so guys, I've shown you guys how to do this from scratch. Now, alternatively, if you don't want to do this, if you don't want to help them rank their this thing higher, because like I said earlier, You can go to guys in this part and tell them you can help them rank their business higher on Google. You can just basically go to fiverr.com and hire someone to do it for you for cheap. Okay, so let's see. Let's look for services. Let's look for Google listing. Yeah, I'm not interested. You guys should leave me. Oh, come on. So you can look at this, right? I will reinstate suspended GMB Google My Business, and I optimize Google My Business listing for local SEO too. Starting at $20, right? Rather than $25. And if you look at this guy's gig, let's see what other offers he has. Premium is at how much? $60, right? So obviously, sometimes you guys will negotiate with this. I hire some people from Fiverr once in a while. So you guys will negotiate with this, and let's say you guys settle at $100. You want to be a fair person, right? Because Fiverr freelancers, no offense, but most of them are like the low, like the dog, the patient dog that eats the skinniest bones. That's how I'll put it. So no offense to you guys if you guys are using Fiverr. Yes, some people are really making it there, but still, that's just how it is. Fiverr is way worse than Upwork. Now, listen. Now you can negotiate with them for $100. Now let's say you close that gig, whatever it is, social media marketing, helping them list their, but in this season, we're looking at helping them list their, increase their ranking on Google Maps for their locality, okay? Or helping them create a Google My Business listing, right? You can, when you get that, you can close it. Let's say you don't close it that high, you close it at $300, right? That's okay. And you pay someone $100, you still get to keep $200. And $200 in Nigerian currency is 100,000. That's a fair bargain, okay? So these are ways you can use. And see, the hashtag of the main reason for me creating this video is that if you're watching this right now, start taking action. You still have, at the time of creating this video, today's date is actually, it's 19th of December, 2021, right? And it's a Sunday morning. So the hashtag for the rest of this month, so with my hashtag for the rest of this month for everyone who follows me, has always been 2021 is still not over. Don't say you start this next year. No, you won't start this next year. Start it immediately. Start it tomorrow, is Monday, if you have the time. Start it, and I promise you, there is a very large possibility you will get gigs. Like you'll get projects and gigs before 2021 is over, right? There's nothing special happening in the new year. Start taking action now, guys. And that will be the end of this video. So if you have any questions, oh, I forgot to actually add one more thing. And that is, if you don't want to hire someone to do this for you, you can easily do this for yourself. You can just go to youtube.com, right? But if you take you more time, and that's fine. Or like I said, if you don't have money, you have time. So make do with one. How to list my business on Google. Yeah, see, it's even showing up. And then on Google Maps, you can list a business on Google Maps. Step by step, you can see so many things, right? Google My Business, and there's so many ways to do this. You find tutorials like this. You can also ask on other things on main Google itself. YouTube will show you, because you can easily do this, because listing this stuff on listing is not like it's not that much of a complex skill like copywriting and the rest of that, which require much more listing. You can basically just follow them step by step and do this. Okay, this is basically like opening an account on Instagram or Twitter and stuff like that. So it's kind of not that technical. It's not super complicated like other skills and stuff like that. But still, businesses don't know that, and you can charge them a good amount of money for that. I'm not even saying you charge them. I'm not even calling $500 to $1,000, because I don't want you to go and start overcharging when you haven't brought out results. But you can charge as much as that. So keep that in mind. Okay, and like one thing I always tell you guys to do: if you can charge these guys $200 to list it on Google and you've done it, you now have entry to them, and you can be like, hey, I can also redesign your website for you for $1,500, $2,000. You see, you're linking it up and you help them do everything. I can also help you create an email database or an email list, and you link that up and you make the most money out of it. That's how you maximize one client, okay? It's not by you do this one for this one, you do this one for that. Find a way to maximize it. You make it easier to sell to people who have already gotten from you. So that's how you do it. So guys, that will be all for this video. And if you like it, leave it. If you have any question, leave it in the comment section and leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm going to be posting this on YouTube. And that's it. You can share the video with others. And I'm ending the video now.